Howdy, y'all. This is Dwight, and welcome back to my channel. Well, some of y'all may have noticed it's been a coon's age since I've been on here and did a video. So I thought I'd do a little quick update and also do my year-end and review. Um, I'm going to have some of my wisdom teeth yanked out, and I've actually got that scheduled to happen here this coming week. Uh, but they don't recommend any smoking or anything like that for several weeks beforehand. So I've been being a good outfit, and I haven't been enjoying my pipe or nothing like that. And of course, after I get the old wisdom teeth yanked out, from everything I understand, I'm probably gonna feel sorry for myself for a little while. So I doubt I'll be on here doing any videos, enjoying any smokes for a little spell, I dare say. Don't know if you can hear one neighbor over that direction is working on a tree he cut down in his yard. Actually, a good sized one to be as far as that goes. Anyhow, so that's just a little update of where I've been and where I'm going to be. Um, I'm probably going to be absent for a little while, to say the least. Um, as I feel up to it, I'm sure I'll be still watching videos as long as I can. But enough of all that mess. My year-end review. I've went through a little bit ago and calculated up all the numbers from everything I logged down. I keep a notebook there in my bedroom, and every evening I'll note down if I've, what I smoked and what I smoked it in, you know, and the date, where I can keep up with it. And I've actually pretty much basically doubled my amounts of smokes from last year. Um, so that's kind of neat to see. And as far as my number one blend, I so happen to have it for the first time towards the beginning, middle-ish of July, if I remember correctly. And that came out as number one. And you wouldn't know it, as St. Bruno. Um, it actually squeezed out past second place by just 4 times. Which second place was my home blend I did. I called the Quiet Woodsman for Paladin Piper's Pat, his Carger Challenge that he put on. So I smoked that every day for a solid month. So that came in second place pretty easy because that was what I smoked that whole month, plus a couple as far as that goes. And then in third place was last year's number one, is Velvet. Now Velvet has turned into what I generally enjoy when I go to town and whatnot in my truck. I don't smoke it here at the house very much anymore. Hardly, if ever. Honestly, it's just if I decide to enjoy a pipe as I'm trotting to town, that's what I got in my truck, and I still very much enjoy it for that. Though I have snuck St. Bruno along a few times there and instead, but Velvet is still my truck backy. Now, what was my most smoked pipes that I smoked all them backies in? Well, something I have found out that pairs very well, in my humble opinion, with St. Bruno as my Peterson 305. And I smoke it almost exclusively for St. Bruno now. And I got that Peterson 305 from a giveaway that I was fortunate enough to be a winner in. Um, and that came from the Michigan Piper. He had several prizes in that giveaway, and that was one of them. And I was fortunate enough to win that one. And truth be told, it has a P-lip. Pipe smoked just fine, but the P-lip just different, I guess. So I wasn't overly enthused about it until, for whatever reason, I decided to put some St. Bruno in it. And just right from the rip, they just made sweet music together, is all I can say. It did very well. So that 305 has turned into my St. Bruno pipe. Now, number two came in a healthy half because I got a nice selection of pipes. So other than the 305 with St. Bruno, it's just kind of what do I feel picking up at the moment. So that can be scattered. But second place ended up being my Bladder Bros, what I call my shop pipe, because I'd always use it down in my workshop. Um, and number three, third place is actually tied. That one's tied with my Muletown pipe. That's what I call it, but it's stamped um, and made in England, and has several stampings on it. Um, Savile Row, Bullock's Men's Store, I think, is the main stampings on it. It doesn't have an actual brand on it other than made in England in the Savile Row Men's Store. And the Medico Veracity, I think I said that correctly. Those two pipes turned into my third place pipes. The Medico I keep in my truck. So that's pretty much a velvet pipe because that's stored in the truck. And of course, I have another pipe, but I actually swapped the secondary pipe out partway through the year. So those two pipes didn't get near as much use because I swapped them out. But the Medico, the Veracity actually came from Jesse of Just Piping. He was so kind to send it to me, and I thoroughly enjoy that to use in my truck. So, but anyhow, that is my year-end review, the most smoked backies as well as pipes. Hope y'all had a fantastic New Year's, and I hope the beginning of it starting off well. And until y'all come by and visit with me again, y'all take care. You hear?